Hello and welcome to High Priestess Healer 1111. This is your space here for today, my Scorpios. Thank you for your support and being here. I appreciate if you can make it to the end of this video. That does help my channel grow. If you see me shuffling here and nothing's coming out, it's because I'm channeling messages. And then you'll see the cards will come out to confirm them. That's the way Spirit's been working through me lately. And it's just different each time. So we're going to go with the flow, and we're going to invite Holy Spirit, angels and spirit guides, and our ancestors, and that of our higher selves to be here. We ask for the channeled messages and that are most pertinent for our Scorpios that are coming in here to drawn here to this channel, that they can get the messages that they need and the spiritual advice for their soul evolution, and their dreams come true. Okay, thank you so much. So looks like you just gained strength and you're starting to gain your fire back, your passion back. You may have just stumbled upon a great idea or started a new relationship with somebody, or just re-sparked the relationship. But that took strength, and it will continue to take strength. Or maybe you just been in a not so good place, and now you are, and you're just like needing strength every day just to, keep your heart together, if that's what was the problem. Is I see there a lion and I see a person. So I think you're well integrated with the fact that, I am, human and I am divine. So that's a beautiful knowledge to have, okay? I like that for you. So yeah, you are definitely on fire. You're starting new, whether it's just personally, or in a new relationship, or just being single, or finding a new job or career, whatever it is that you're thinking about putting your time and energy into and money into. Invest it wisely. Have the strength to, put that idea or seed or opportunity where you will, you'll cherish it, where you'll nurture it, where it will grow. Otherwise, it won't. So be sure to nurture whatever this gift is that's being given to you, and it will grow. Okay, it will. All right. Also, they're saying that, you're growing and you're transforming, which, you would expect, right? Because Scorpios, their house is, the house of Pluto, which is of transformation. And the house, the 8th house also is what it's also relevant with, and that's the house of death and regeneration as well. And so Pluto is not just transformation, but extreme power. So if you went through a death of something and you're contributing to an evolution, which if you're on my channel looking, it's an evolution of love, then I can see why you would be given extreme powers to help continue the work, to bring heaven on earth, and do good things in the world for other people, humanity, and also in that, be blessed as well. Okay. Getting the cards out first. All right. So, yeah, so I guess you're going through a challenge right now, because I see you are using your strength. I feel that you are strong, not like needing strength. You're very strong right now, and know when to be strong, and you know when to be, you know, humble. I see the face of, you know, the face of a human and the face of, you know, a lion. So you're well integrated as far as that comes, of being, you know, knowing when to not be assertive, you know, and when to stand back and, you know, just be, or be observant, or, you know, be living in the moment comes to mind. But yeah, I do see that death and rebirth. So that would definitely, that card 13 there. But just remember, every ending is a new beginning. So let's make it a new beginning, okay? A great new beginning. So it looks like here I see there was some confusion, and it looks like it may have been in love. It's the Seven of Cups. Obviously that has to do with emotions, and you being a Scorpio or a water sign as well. And that has to do with your desires. So you may be trying to figure out what desires most light your fire, you know, like that Queen of Wands, you know, which is, you know, a very passionate type of a person, very secure, very mature. And so you're trying to figure out, what are you passionate about? What do you love? You know, what can you do that can contribute to the change of the world, the evolution of the world, okay? To help transform yourself first, right? But you do understand that there are those times that we have to go through shedding of skin, and there's hard times, and you know, there's times that are good. There's ups and downs, ups and downs. I see the sun here. We're doing great. Let's see, I'm taking one more card after this. So I would say here that there was just too much confusion at the time and too much doubt. I wouldn't make that decision just yet, but wait till you have until you get complete clarity on what it is that you want to do. I see a snake around, and I see, you know, just clouds, you know, so there's some uncertainty, there's some fears. It's like, what should I do, etc. Okay, and so you obviously are picking the right way to go. So way to go on following your intuition. You have the wheel here. So some revolutionary changes are going to happen in your own personal life, you know, and you're walking through victoriously and happy. So enjoy your blessings, you know, that you receive for job well done, effort well done, test pass, you know, hard times, right, that you had to have a lot of strength to do, you know. And it's like, oh, relief, you know, I get to chill for a minute, you know. And so that, or it could be travel too. The world is about travel, or it could be about, you know, meeting somebody from another part of the world. I mean, I don't see this yet as, well, yeah, I do see it as a love reading, but I do see the sun in there. And despite some of the cards I know you guys associate with bad, like Nine of Swords or Death and Rebirth, we have the sun after that, and we have the Ten of Cups. So you know what? It doesn't even matter the stuff that happens, except that you put your faith in yourself and in your higher power, your creator, your support team on earth, and you know, your spirit family. And you can't be led, you know, you can't be led astray if you do that, you know. So she's receiving from above light and knowledge, and she's just following it through, feeling good, know that she's going the right way, you know, standing up, you know, for her beliefs, and doing a lot of meditating and praying, and, you know, trying not to make those people poking at her mess with her energy, and instead emanate a loving energy. So the mantra I say is, I am love, and I am loved. And when I say that, it fills my heart with so much passion and love, like the Creator's love for me. So you can find one that works for you, that makes you feel happiness, and say that throughout the day. You know, and that will raise your vibrations to start attracting more of what you want, you know. So that's going to be what we're talking about every time we do things here, is how to raise our vibes, how to, you know, move forward, you know, with as least possible delays, you know, and struggling as possible. Because I'm a life coach, you know, I'm a spiritual advisor, spiritual healer. Those are some services I provide, and the details are down in the bottom in the description. But I love doing this for the people who want to just end it with, you know, seeing what I do here and getting the advice I give you. I want humanity to know the basics, you know. So, but then we can go into further if you need some life coaching on exactly how do you get through grief, or how do you learn how to forgive someone, or, you know, how you attract your divine counterpart, or things of that nature, okay? Then you'll contact me, okay, at highpriestesshealer1111@yahoo.com. So I love that, that you're being centered there. Sometimes, you know, when we're not centered and we're in our mind space, like this Nine of Swords, you know, we're torturing ourselves, or we're overthinking and we're overanalyzing, and our heart feels broken, and we're starting to get depressed and go downward, you know. You have to realize that, you know, it's okay to grieve, but there is going to be a time where you're going to have to surrender your burdens for peace, if you want peace. And then you will become free of that burden that she's sitting there crying and grieving about, okay? So hang on, as the channeled message. There is some good news coming towards you, an opportunity. Let's see. Some kind of good message. You know, more energy. And just be more spontaneous and more social is the message here also. You know, to live life, you know, a little bit less heavy and more light, you know. Enjoy life a little more. Try to, as I was wisely told, to enjoy each moment, you know. And when you need rest, rest, okay? So, you know, you just came from something really heavy or hard, or, you know, it took you a lot of time to decide, you know, what you were going to do with your life. You must have made some life decisions, right? Because we're talking about Mercury being your ruler, and it being, you know, death and transformation, and also just mass consciousness, you know, when it comes, you know, to Pluto and transformation and Scorpios. And so that wasn't easy. So you came through needing some alone time, some downtime, just processing things, and, you know, just keep your head up to see the opportunities, and also rest when you need rest. I always really like that little heart that I see there, because it means if there was a heart that was broken, it'll be mended. But I don't see that, because in the beginning you have so much strength because your heart is already mended. So when you have, it looks like this also too could be options, right? That things are changing for you, and you know, you're doing really well. You have lots of passion, you know, going towards you. You have a lot of creative things going on within you. But then also there's just some, it's a 9, so it's ending, right? So some debris, you're ending of some mental turmoil that's going on. And then your blessing here, whatever that would be to you, we would have to find that out in the extended. The death and rebirth happens, but not without, you know, strength, okay, and taking the proper progression, proper recovery when needed. You know, and every time that you end one cycle, you begin another. So here you are, the Hermit. You know, you're ascended. You're thinking back on the things you learned, integrating them, you know, and kind of deciphering where you want to go from here. And you're on to the next journey, okay? And so you're sitting and you're waiting because you want to find out the next aha moment. You're waiting for further light and knowledge from the spirit world, from spirit. You know, where would you like me to go now? What would you like me to do? And that's what we do as warriors of light, or light workers, as some call, or just, you know, followers of peace, you know, and love and joy and unity. We look for these aha moments to change our lives, and that changes the world. And so something is being downloaded, something is changing profoundly, out with the old and in with the new when it comes to traditions, you know, and, you know, fear, right? So faith over fear, okay? We're not teaching our children and other people that, you know, our Creator is someone to be scared of. He loves us, and He's open arms, ready to embrace us and to help you embrace yourself. So that is what you get when you go to the Creator. So I suggest that you do that. Even if you don't feel comfortable, do it anyways. Okay, and as time goes by, you will get to know how it feels like to feel the energy of your Creator. It's the most amazing feeling in the world that you can't find on this earth. And once you fill yourself up with that, then you're able to give to other people. So she's downloading all this information she got. Like, there's a total revolution going on because of Pluto being there. And now this person is you've got the sun here, okay? This is going to be very, very recent. I mean, not recent. This is going to be very soon. It looks like in the next 2 to 2 months. So you're gaining some grand enlightenment, and or a child, which I don't, you know, foresee, but, you know, can always gotta say that part of it. But it to me feels like happiness, joy, love, like self-fulfillment is what it feels like. Like, just so fulfilled with myself, so happy with yourself. You know, a sense of freedom, that you're following your dreams, that you are being guided, you know, and you don't feel lost or, you know, confused or fearful or angry or any of those lower level energies anymore. Now you're feeling happy and blissful and in harmony and peace and happiness, and, you know, you're feeling it. You're feeling the love. You're feeling the love. You're feeling the wholeness and the oneness. And I would say that's true, because over here you got, you know, your Eight of Pentacles. You're working really hard to, I would say, you know, get over anything from the past. And it looks like you're trying to be balanced and, you know, eat right and, you know, work on your money and, you know, study the books you need to study. And, you know, you may be some kind of a psychic or some kind of a card reader. You can see in this card here, this person is very much taking care of herself. Okay, so that's your Eight of Pentacles, working really hard on herself, himself. I say her because it's a girl in the picture. And then you have Three of Wands. So, well, I don't know if she knows this person or not, but she's waiting on somebody to come. And so I think it looks like one of those Pocahontas things where either what came to mind was that she's waiting for some, like, the idea of love, but doesn't know, you know, the person. But Pocahontas, I don't even know why I said that, but she actually was waiting for him like that, you know, when her love came, that what she was supposed to be with, right? And then she went to him and changed her life for him. And look, I mean, you get this 10 of Cups. You can't go wrong with that. So congratulations for a ton of love, because in some spreads that I do, there's like no cups. It's like, where's the cups? Why is there so many swords? And so, yeah, I like to see that, you know, there was a change in what needed to be changed, confusion, you know, hashed out, proper decisions made, continuing to meditate and to process some mental anguish that was still there, taking the new idea, money, and really sitting with the idea of what you should do next, because you're in a ball and you're thinking, you're both, you know, both of the cards are going the same way, you know, and so there's trying to think of a balance, or what should I do with you know, the pinnacle that I just received, you know. And so after he or she comes out and rests, you know, or recuperates, you know, that could be a long time, could not be a long time. I want to say the Pluto sign stays in, let's see, I think it stays in your sign for, what is it, 2 months? 2 months? Or for 20 years. Wow. Okay, so Pluto, no wonder it's so transformative. I mean, this could be even like a, you know, something that this took someone 20 years to build. Oh, wow. Or some kind of, I mean, that for some, right, of a small few. So, yeah, Pluto is a planet that influences war and generational movements involving revolution. Okay. It stays in the sign for 20 years. Okay, so it stays so long because it says that it influences war and generational movements. So this for me is my generational movements card. As you can see, there's a round and round and round on her head, and my shell here that looks like the same. And for me, that's like a breaking generational limitations, you know. And so just, you know, the equality, I mean, and, you know, just staying in relationships that don't work, or you're not happy in, or teaching our children, you know, fear instead of faith, you know. And for me and my family, like, our hands are used for healing. That's what I tell my children. Yeah, just a lot of different traditions and things, you know, so we get to do things differently, but that's nice for every generation, right? We get to try and take the good ones down, and then we get to make our own. It's really fun. So this relationship that you'll be in next is the equal give and take relationship. You're going to feel very secure in this relationship. You know, and for most people, you've made up your mind and things are, you know, headed that way, and other people, you still haven't made your mind, you know, and you need to make it. Some others, I know you're still hurting and your heart hurts and you're looking for mending. You know, it's time to let those things go so you can grow, okay? No, it's not time to live in fear anymore. Call in your soul team. Okay, start thinking about the things that you're passionate about, and start thinking about the lessons and blessings, and leaving the pain in the past. Okay, remembering to love yourself and walk away from anything or anybody that doesn't make you feel more than amazing. See, it says be amazing. So if you feel like that the person feels like you're amazing, then you're with the right person. But if not, I don't think that's going to be the one for you. Just my personal opinion. So money looks good and love looks good. I don't see anything here. The sun's here. I see a lot of confidence. I see a lot of connection to spirit. I see just in the beginning some kind of a confusion there. But like I said, you end up making the right decision because you took time. You took your time first. And then, let the smoke or dust or smoke, clear to make the decision. And that's when you were able to do your 180 there, your 180 dance, I'll call it. So your 180 dance is there, and you have a blessing, and you're just sitting on it, and you're just like, well, okay, I'm gonna rest and decide what to do with it, and then you come out different, because you're like, okay, I've got new rules, I've got new laws, because I'm a different person, I have different boundaries now. You're like, I'm just a different person now, and so this rebirth that you're having is definitely something to think about. It's like a calling for you to shine out to other people around you, okay? The ones that find you. And that you will be able to bring together happiness and love with the love of your life. I don't even have to put out these romance cards for you guys, for me to tell you that with that 10 of cups, but if you want to see it, we can see it. Stay optimistic and call in your soulmate. Yeah, like I said, call them in. Right? So that's for the people whose soulmate or divine counterpartner isn't with them. Okay, I got you deserve love, reconciliation. So either someone from this life or the past. They think you deserve love. You think you deserve love. God thinks you deserve love. So there's love there. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Oh, that was a lot. Okay, what's up with all that? We got wedding, love yourself first, separation, and getting to know each other. So yeah, for some of you, you're in separation, but it's regarding marriage. Says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So love yourself first. You're having time apart, or you're going to have time apart, and then you're needing to get to know each other. So getting to know each other. As you reveal your inner selves to each other, your bond deepens. So it seems to be about a married couple that just not loving themselves or their partner, and they're about to go into separation. It says time apart from your partners on the horizon, and then getting to know each other. That, I guess they just need to get to know each other before they are together, so that they can treat each other the way they're supposed to be treated, okay? So that's my take on that. So call for the other single people we have here to call in your soulmate. Don't forget that, okay? And that you deserve love and to stay optimistic, okay? So don't be, overly anxious or anything like that for this person to come. You want it to be in divine, beautiful timing, right? So let's see. Is there anything that you need to be working on at the moment? I have here some chakra cards, and that could give us some good indications. I mean, you get the guy as 10 of Cups, so, I mean, there's nothing more to say. Okay, 2 weeks to 2 months. The Sun's here very quickly. Oh. Okay, so red, discovery about yourself. Usually it's a self-acceptance about something. So what are you not accepting about yourself that you need to accept, okay? That's what we call some type of insecurity. So if you know, no one knows what you're thinking or writing, just write it down. What are your insecurities? And then work on them. And, you know, that'll slowly get you out and really discover who you are, who you've always been. And remember your divine nature and your individual worth. That makes you always have value. It's just that some people look outside for people to give them value, or they think they're less than because somebody said or did something that, you know. But you know what? True or not, your value never decreases in the eyes of the Creator. Okay, so that's your channeled message. Wow, that was beautiful. It was really beautiful. I guess we could just stop there. Impartiality. So any imbalances that you have, you know, try to keep your life in balance when it comes to spirituality and practicality, you know, and just being balanced with finances and, you know, your body and, you know, your mental health and every aspect of yourself, your well-being, and definitely, obviously, your soul. Okay. So soon here we're going to start talking about life purposes. Okay. No more of these are coming out. Bottom of the deck is renewal, which is like another. It's another one of the words for regeneration. Okay, renewal. So that also shows me that that's what's going to happen. You know, there's a renewal happening. So you're going through a refining process, okay? Definitely of the heart chakra. And yeah, you're just receiving downloads and integrating them and refining yourself inside and out so that you can be, you know, a light. You can be a light for others around you, and you can glow and you can be happy and, you know, doing what you're doing. Okay, I can't take all of these, but I'll take the top one. It's also red for base chakra, so that confirms it twice here, or 3 times here, I'm sorry. It says, I trust that my instincts are correct, and I let my natural intuitive feelings guide me forward. If that's not you, you need to work on that happening for you, okay, in order to not have a baseline first chakra issue. I will know what I need to do and how to respond with wisdom to situations that come my way. So when you learn how to have courage and do things no matter how hard you think they are, but that you trust God enough to do as He says and feel His power with you, knowing that whatever He tells you to do, you should do and can do because He's going to be behind you to help you, okay? It's through Him that we're able to do miracles, you know, and do things like heal people or help people, help them heal themselves, or any little thing, anything and everything, okay? I have an innate desire to be service in life. As I tap into this feeling, I will know what service I am called to do. I believe in myself. So I want you to say out that to yourself. I believe in myself. So say it again. I believe in myself. Again. I believe in myself. Come on, a little more gusto. I believe in myself. Okay, and the more that you just say that and do and believe in yourself, better the life is going to be for you. And the sooner things are going to come together for you that you want to come together, okay? You have to believe in yourself, okay? You don't need anybody else to believe in you but yourself. You're the most important. Well, and the big man and the big woman. I have an innate desire to be of service. Okay, we just read that one. As I tap into this feeling, I will know what service I am called to do. So, you know, I'm been getting a lot of messages from the other side that we need to work on service. And just so you know, the underlying goal is that our heart expands, that our heart grows open because we're doing service for somebody. And it's a selfless act. So we're being called to do more service, whatever that is, okay? Maybe you get a call from somebody and you're like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. But remember that the more that you help somebody, the more your heart opens and grows and the better you feel, okay? And you know what? You're actually going to go out and look for somebody. You're like, who can I bake bread for today? Well, maybe not that much, but you know. Okay, I have my high vibe cards. I'll pick one for my Geminis. Yeah, but I'd like to do an extended with, you know, your higher self, what's in, you know, your mind, you know, his characteristics, you know, it's in his mind and heart, how he feels about you, him, you know, the possible blockages and, you know, and some advice. So, you know, we got the synopsis of what's going to happen here, but, you know, it's not as easy as it actually looks on these two rows here. Yeah, you don't get from strength to the sun and 10 of cups in, you know, such a little time without putting in the effort is the channeled message, is the effort. The time you take to connect with your soul, to heal it, you know, open your heart, find your, you know, your passion, your purpose, and move towards it, you know. Move towards it, be bold about it, you know, go where the sun takes you, where the God leads you, where you feel happy and bliss. There's, you know, making yourself feel good means that's where you're going to find the way that God wants you to go, because he wants his children to be happy. Just like if you're a parent, you know, you want your children to be happy. Okay, so can I have one of these high vibe cards, please? Okay, I'm just going to take one from the top. No news. So, you know, stay away from the news if you can for a little bit, right? Just, you know, a little bit less. Keep that vibing high. My high vibe cards. This one says, humanity, step away from the electronics. No cell phones, no video games, no nothing. Just be human. So, yeah, put on some reggae or something, pretend like you're at the beach, put on some music and dance or something, and just be, you know, enjoy the moment, and, or go outside and enjoy real nature, you know, and feel the breeze and listen to the birds, you know, but it says to just get away from electronics for a minute, and that can boost your vibes. So, that's your high vibe tip for the day that I like to give. And I like to tell people that, you know, ground zero is learning to surrender. So I have these cards called Surrender. And there's lots of things that, you know, we could use help, you know, surrendering to. So I'm going to try and help you through it and not just tell you which one you need, right? Because it's like, okay, I tell you what, but then now you don't know how. So if you need help learning how to surrender, let me know, because that was one of the hardest processes that I had to learn how to do, okay? But it wasn't until then that things changed, you know? You've got to give faith in God or do things on your own. You know, I had been way too tired of doing things on my own, where I stayed lost and, you know, in places with people and things that I didn't need to be doing or being with, you know? So lessons taught, lessons learned, you know? So there's lots of feelings of gratefulness for things, you know, but none of it was easy to go through, right? But, you know, now that I can talk about it, or just, you know, talk about it nonchalant, not nonchalantly, but kind of generically, and, you know, think about it and it doesn't bother me, shows me that, you know, I'm able and capable to help somebody who's been in, you know, my situation. So I've pretty much been through the ringer for everything you can think of. So do hit me up for a personal reading, and I'll get with you and your energy, and we can do a Zoom. We can do a personal reading, and you could just message me at my email. Just put your name in the subject line in bold, and just send it to highpriestesshealer1111@yahoo.com. Okay. I'm not getting not even one out of here. I'm going to pay straight attention to you. Okay, come on. What do they need to surrender to? To joy? Ooh, to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. So surrender to complete healing. Yeah, it's really talking about you healing that heart, opening your heart space, you know, and feeling more secure within through, you know, the love from our Creator. So I don't see any too many details here. If you want to know what's going on with this. With the rest of this spread, have any questions, resonated with it in any way, give me a like or reach out to me. And I just want to thank you for being here, for your time. Share the message, put a like, as my daughter says, hit the notification bell, and subscribe. Thank you for being here, and namaste.